someone tell me if you can hear me? Can you? I hope so. Right, let's have a look. Can you hear me? Because I don't know if my new adapter for my microphone will work with this phone. No, I have tried, I have tried, and it seemed okay. But is it loud enough? So let's see. Oh, my arms are not long enough. No. Howdy, Simon says 55. Now, can you hear me okay? Is that loud and clear? Because this is live. Oh, yeah, is that a yes? Is that a yes, Kit Kat? Hello, Kit Kat. Oh, you call... Oh, a live stream. Yes, it is. So, Kit Kat, is that a thumbs up? That is loud and clear? Or is it just me talking to myself? No? Is it? Really? Oh, it's loud and clear. That's what I want to hear. Because, well, I want to share. Anyway, I've been busy in my little studio here. I've been doing bits and pieces, as you can probably see. Do you like my fisherman's friend? I have got his fishing rod, but it kept poking me in the back of the flipping neck. He has got a little fishing rod that goes in there. But yeah, that was a little bit dangerous. So I just took him out temporarily. I've still got him. His little fishing rod. That I have. So anyway, so welcome to my live all shorts. Oh my God, lots of people popping up. I've got 15 already, 16. Oh, it's growing fast. Oh, I like that, I do. Blimey, can't be bad. Anyway, welcome to my all shorts. Blimey, and I'm in my studio, sort of. Ain't quite finished yet. I'm getting there, I think. Anyway, welcome to live all shorts. And what a mess we find ourselves in. Oh my giddy arm, whatever next. Now this is since, well, a whole load of numpties, didn't they? They put that cross in the wrong box that they did. And left us to deal with the shit. Now, relations with the EU, well, they've soured somewhat. And quite frankly, we could blame that antagonist, the Brexit antagonist, fake Lord Frost. That's what I reckon, anyway. But the numpty has done a runner. And who is he left in charge? Oh boy, giddy on. Well, we'll get to that in a minute, but you probably already know. Anyway, he knew. First hand, that is Brexit. Well, it wasn't going to bear any fruit. And by the way, I am wearing a Christmas t-shirt. You just can't see it. No. The problem is because I'm using my phone. And I have to be able to touch it. Yeah, so I can see the messages. Otherwise, you'd be all the way over there to get everything in. But never mind. I'm sure we'll manage. So. So, yes, old Lord Frost, didn't he? He knew firsthand what he was doing. Because he knew firsthand that his Brexit plan was never, ever going to work. No. Because we knew, didn't we? We knew that Brexit was never going to work. It was in its DNA. And in Brussels, in the Barney 18, well, old Lord Frost, he's been described as cold-blooded, emotionless, a cynical animal that he was. I'll just call him a twat. Sorry. But what did I say about his replacement? Well, some reports are saying that he's, well, she is, sorry, I can't tell. Sorry. So I've been on the sauce. You have to forgive me. But they're so cheap here. Anyway. So they call her the Iron Lady. That they do. And Madame Brexit. Blimey. I just call her a turncoat. I say it how I see it. After all this, after all, she swings one way to the other and follows her greedy ambitions. Akin to Alexander Boris the Pfeffel Johnson. Blonde Boris mutant variant. Oh, crikey. And what whole load of pain he's left us in? Well, I'm in the EU. I'm a good K. Yeah, I'm all right, Jack. But yeah, it's one of my family, though, to be fair. I do worry about them. Because the infection rates are going through the roof. Right, 109,000 was it today? Scary. I know they're saying that it's not so dangerous. But you know how it is. The more mutations we get, the more, well, variants we get. Never mind Delta. Never mind, well, Transformers Omicron. No, we'll be getting one after the other. If you want to stop, this isn't the flu. People in the head, it's like the flu. We get our herd immunity and we'll be all right. Well, you will, but for a very short period of time until it mutates again, and we're allowing it to mutate. It's madness. That's what I reckon. Well, that blonde Boris mutant variant. Well, he is. Well, he does. He jumps from one thing to that, one ship to the next. But his latest bandwagon, Brexit. Well, it wasn't his brightest move, was it? And some reports say, and some of his closest friends, ex-friends, I would say, they also say that he's kind of regrets it. Regrets it. Is that like a regrets Brexit? Oh. Maybe that bit ought to be written on the front of his lectern. That'd be a sight. Well, the seriousness of COVID and Brexit, well, it has its flaws. And, well, he's lost in a sea of shit. That he is on top of shit. The CSOs, well, they're still pumping shit into our rivers and sea. Giving the bathers and the surfers the trots. Lovely. Blimey. Whatever next? It doesn't get any better, does it? But at least we know that he's a kipper. Maybe, or maybe not. I think he is anyway. Anyways, what are you girls saying anyway? All the way over there, blimey. Oh my God, I've got to keep it up and pressing the buttons. I need remote control. He's banged now. What to a chair? Sugar free? Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Philip. Hello, Sugar Free. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Johnny. Oh, yeah, 150 seconds late. How dare you? Oh, I'm so disappointed. Not really. Oh, the fraud lost. Fraud lost. Is gone, and good riddance. He's not a very nice man, is he? Let's be honest. What about when he was an advocate for Scottish whiskey? At the time, it was all like, the EU's great. It's fantastic. We need to stay in the EU. But now, no. He's showing his real colours, hasn't he? But he's gone now. Thank God for that. Hello, Martin. How you doing? Well, we're trying to keep that fight going. I just hope it's not all lost. Oh, do I think Brexit is a death knell for the Union? I think at the moment, because everything's going on, I don't think we can really say. Now, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. As I've said it several times before. I think we've tried to overthink it. The fact that we've got Alexander Boris, Federal Johnson, we do overthink it. All these people with these sociology degrees and what have you, they kind of look at the detail. But the thing, people that we got on board, they've got, I don't want to be derogatory, but you're talking about just simple people who just want to get on with their lives. And they say Boris Johnson at the time, didn't they? They saw him as this fun, fluffy buffoon. Someone they could relate to. I'm not saying they're all fun, fluffy buffoons, no. No, but it's as simple as that. I just think it's just that someone they could relate to. This kind of guy you'd want to have a pint with. But now the mask has slipped. And they're seeing through it now. Because their friends and family, they're suffering not just through COVID, no, but through Brexit as well. And what about the latest load of squid? I uploaded a video about it today. Oh my God, I read that last night and I thought, oh my God, I've got to do a video of that. So there I was, writing my script. But no, you're kidding me. No, never. That can't be right. But it is. So, anyone who's travelling from the UK to the EU, it could be you or I, but not me because I live there and I've got a carte de séjour, so I'm okay, Jack. But no, if you're a Brit or a citizen, a resident living in the UK, and you want to travel to the EU, and you've got a van or a trailer, and your train weight is between 2.5 ton and 3.5 ton. I say train weight, it means your total weight, whether you've got a trailer on the back or it's just, in just a van. You've got to pay, first of all, you've got to apply. And that costs you, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I did write it down. Where was it? I wrote it down, I did. Where is it? I'll get there in a minute. Bear with me. Oh, get in there. Nearly. Oh, it's £257 just to apply for this licence. Yes, you need a licence. And then when you accept your licence, you've got to pay another £401, which you ought to continue transporting goods into the EU. You've got to pay £401 every single 5 years. That was a kind of weird sentence, but then it sort of made sense. But it's only for people who who make money from their transport. So let's say, for instance, you want to transport your friend's stuff, and they're paying you they're giving you a bung, they're getting £100. Can you just take this over to the EU for us? To our friends in France. Technically speaking, you need this licence to do so. Personal goods and stuff like that, if, for instance, you're taking it yourself, you wouldn't need this licence. But you're still going to be subject to non-tariff barriers. Yeah. It's a whole lot of pain for lots of people, especially if you're, moving and you've got to pay somebody to move your shit from the UK to the EU. But what if you want to return? This is when it gets a little bit funny for me. And I think of all those Brexiters, the Jeff Taylor types. Where's he gone? Apparently, I haven't checked actually. Someone left a comment saying he seems to have disappeared. Or was it on Twitter? I can't remember. Anyway, if you want to take your stuff from the EU into the UK, you don't need a licence. No, it's only from the UK into the EU. Or any Schengen country. Or any country within within Schengen. So it's a bit of a... it's a bit of a poke in the eye. That's what I like to think, anyway. That's what I said in my video. It's done quite well, that video, actually. And a lot of my videos have done really poorly recently. And it was actually... The channel itself has really suffered since June the 1st. There was an algorithm update on YouTube, and I got hit. And I managed to build it up again. Then I went to Ginger Island, and the channel went... plummeted again. Then I managed to build it up again. While I was on Ginger Island with Matt. With Graham Hughes, sorry. With Graham Hughes. And then I come back to France, and all of a sudden it's plummeting again. And I've really struggled trying to... I seem to be banging my head against the wall. I'm really struggling, actually. But there you go. I'll get there, I'm sure. I'll just got to keep plodding along. I can't let it get to me. But it's quite depressing sometimes. When you work at something and all of a sudden... What? Is that it? Yeah, it is a bit, yeah. But I have to admit, there's been some very kind people who've been donating and stuff like that. Been really, really cool. That has been very helpful. Because this is all I earn from now. This is it. It's kind of like... My woodworking business has gone to the wall a bit, apart from my... I've been trying to build up my woodworking channel, Wally, which is, I've noticed an upturn in that, which is good. So it's getting there. But hey, that's another story. Anyway, what am I doing? I forgot now. Oh, God, I'll get my remote. I've got some bullet points up there on the tab of that, on the stick. Just in case you're wondering what I'm doing with my remote. So yeah, but there is some good news. But we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, blimey. Anyway, talking about shit and what have you. Like I said a minute ago, they are still pumping all this crap, aren't they, into our seas and our rivers. And the media, they're not talking about it anymore. No, there's no appetite for it. They've gone quiet on that. But I suppose that the media, in general, is pretty much swamped with COVID and Brexit. Mainly COVID, obviously. It's a major issue for people. I'd have thought shit was too in your rivers. And your Kent drinking water. I thought that was quite important. But it's alright, it's okay to drink the stuff, apparently. And swim in it. And surf in it. And apparently shit in it. Blimey. I can hear a dog. Oh. Wally's come to say hello. Shall I grab him? I think I will. Wally, oh boy, I've got the treats. He's only coming here for my fire, little sod. But I'm still going to grab him. Wally, you can sit there a minute. I want cuddle. Cuddle. There he is. There's my Wally. He's been a good little boy today, he has actually. He's doing his usual things, running about like a mad thing. And then driving me potty. Yeah, and yeah. And we took him out for a walk in San Juan. Well, I did that video actually, regarding the vans and what have you, and running about, peeing up stuff. He managed to poo onto a tree. He did well there. Horizontal. Yeah. Created like stucco, wasn't it? You're a clever flat fella, aren't you? Really, you really are a clever fella. But he's a good little boy, aren't you? You're getting a little bit older now, aren't you? You're nearly 12 now, aren't you? Mm-hmm. But you're still good. Mm-hmm. Are you happy there? You okay? He looks kind of what's going on. But yeah, anyway, what was I? Well, talking about positive news, fishing quotas at the very least have been agreed between the UK and the EU for the North Sea, or some of the North Sea, and also the Atlantic. So at least that's one bit of positive news. It's hard to find, I'll tell you, these days. There isn't much about. But on the negative side of fishing, the French fishermen are still saying they're going to be protesting on, I think it was the 23rd or the 24th of this month. Is that Christmas Eve? Oh my God, they will be out at Christmas Eve? Maybe. Yeah, but they're going to protest at Calais. Because they're still not happy. Now, yes, some of the licences have been awarded. Many of them aren't permanent, you see, as well. So they're not happy about some of the temporary licences. So, yeah, the French fishermen are still a bit grumpy, aren't they? Hmm? You know, don't you? You hear me talk about it, don't you? Right? Oh, thank you. Very nice. Yes, you've got lovely breath. Thank you. Yep, that's enough. Yeah, yeah. Who wants a Wally kiss? Anyway, let's see what you're saying. You've got to sit in front of my fire now. I'm just about reach. Come on, I'm pressing it. Oh, there. Nothing was happening. Got 55 people here. That can't be bad for me. Little old me. Da, 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 da. Who's been rude? Global Britain Minister Liz Truss has set out her plans. Yeah, I saw that, and they're pretty much the same as fake Lord Frost, aren't they? Yeah, that was not great, because at one minute we thought that the European Court of Justice was going to be on the cards, and everything was going to soften up regarding that, and then all of a sudden she comes on board and says, no, we'll stick to our old plans now. We don't want no European Court of Justice. No. I think there's all a bit of a ruse, really. It's all a plan, just to keep people on their toes. Yeah, keep the mess going, because the other news then doesn't, get talked about, does it? A Slurpee kiss. Oh, no, I don't want a Wally Slurpee kiss, no. Although he has got a habit of doing it. I tell you what he does. I'll be fast asleep. I'll get woken up by a dog. That one, Wally dog. And he'll be under the covers. He crept in, snug in under the covers. He's starting licking your feet. And before you know it, you're like, it's, oh, what's going on? And then he crawls down beside you to your face. You've got those little head hair. And he's like licking your face. Lovely! Ugh. And you don't realise what's going on until you sort of like that minutes later and you reckon, first I thought it was a wet dream, but no, it wasn't. No, it was him down there who's now sitting, well, curled up the board in front of the fire. He's not stupid, no. Do I miss Graham? I hadn't spoken to him for a few days. I did. Hey, cheers, Ezra. I hadn't spoken to him a few days. He's all right. I suppose I do miss him. I miss Ishmael as well. But, you know, I'm quite busy all the time, really. I'm not one to sit about. I'm always on the go, so I don't really find much time to miss anybody, really. If I'm to be absolutely honest. Holding Northern Ireland, part of the UK, hostage. And a few fishing licences is all they have left. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Londoner? You are right. Government ministers doing things they don't believe in creates a dreadful... Yeah, for everybody. We're all affected. You know, I live obviously in France, but we're all affected. You know, we're also affected. I'm still a British citizen, even though I might have a card as yours. It doesn't make me a French citizen, although I'd love to be, but my French is absolutely terrible. I keep trying, but I really struggle with it. Kit Kat. Norwegian business school seems to be making fun of the British fishing situation in their latest out. Oh, I must say that. Oh dear, I didn't know that, Kit Kat. That sounds hilarious. So they're making fun of the British fishing situation in their latest ad. Sad I can't find it anywhere yet. Popped up in a YouTube ad. There must be still about somewhere. Maybe it's on Twitter somewhere. I'm gonna have a look. AAP Dallas. So Liz Truss has no idea of what she is doing or how to do it. No wonder she's confusing with all her confusion. Now Liz Truss, actually, for all her ills, she's actually a very well-educated woman. The only thing is, Liz Truss's parents were actually left-wing, Labour. And Liz Truss used to be on a committee for when she was at Oxford for Liberal Democrats. She's for the Conservatives. And when she was campaigning, when she started to go into politics, her father refused to help her campaign. It's a bit of a story about the woman. Yeah, well, yeah, all right. Seraphine's Truss. Yeah, Liz Truss. Liz Truss. That turncoat. She is going to fail. Will it be hilarious for the rest of us? I don't know, but she is going to fail. It's got to that point, actually. We look on and you think, whatever next, and it's just a bit of a... It becomes a bit of an entertainment, doesn't it, really? It does make you wonder what is going on in their heads. No, wait, you learned woodworking from your father. Well, I did originally. My father's master craftsman and a boat builder. That probably says it all, because being a boat builder in his areas, was carpentry, big time, you know. Everything's angles and compound joints, it's just, and bends. You know, I learnt steam bending with my dad years ago. Doing the chines. Not the chines, the gunnels. Oh, Q8 Library. Hi, Allshorts. How warm is it? Well, where I am. Flippin' freezing. It's okay at the moment because I'm in my little studio here, and I've got my paraffin heater on the floor over there. Little Wally, well, he's coming to keep me company, and he's sat in the heat up. So that's it isn't too bad in here now. But I've never known it like this, to be honest. Every single night we've had a hard frost, and we hadn't had that for I can't remember last time we had. The last really bad cold spell we had was about 2012, and that was ridiculous, in the minus 20s, really cold. Anyway, but now it just seems we obviously get frosts every year, hard frosts every year, but not every single day. You probably seen my videos. It's like, that's about 11 o'clock I record those videos where it's white still. And the sun's out and it's white on the fields. In the mornings, it's like crunchy. Literally. Oh, is it really cold there as well? Is it? Oh, crikey. Do you know what? I used to like things like that, but since living here in France, I've got to get the wood in, I've got to chop the wood, I've got to split the wood, I've got to make sure the wood's dry, and I've got to keep the fires going. And it's so much work. And you think to yourself, well, oh God, I just wish I had central heating again like I had in the UK. Steam must be hard to bend. That is quite hard to bend, steam bend. Now, if you use green oak, what we used to do, we want to steam a bit of wood, we'd have a tube. A wooden bung in one end, and a bung in the other end, but with a little hole in it, and you put a pipe in there which leads from a kettle. So you heat your water up in your kettle, and the steam will come out of the kettle into the tube. What I use these days, I do any steam bending these days in the old workshop. I use actually like a wallpaper stripper. I take the plastic bit off the end and pop that in the end of the tube, and then you can steam bend. But we used to have quite big steam benders when I was working at the old boat yards with my dad, and we stick a bit of green oak in there. You leave it there for a while. You pull it out, it's all bendy, and you can bend it around the bow of a boat, and fix it all into place and clamp it and what have you as it's cooling down. And it'll stay there, and that'll be perfect shape. Really good. Works a treat, it does. It does. Oh, So, Londoner, the party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential, pretty much, that they did. Hard frost, boom, boom. Yeah, that man is just awful. He had no... it was like his remit was to actually just cause... Oh, what was the word? But things are mad, nothing going on. Chaos. Like chaos theory politics. And that was like it was his remit. And everything that he did, or anything that was suggested or brought forward by Marriage Fisher or Michelle Barnier or anyone like that, no, it's not good enough. No, we're not interested in that. No, we want this. It's like if you say right, we'll say left. You say yes, we'll say no. It's just absolute crazy madness. Frosty the No Man. This is George Orwell, isn't it? It's just, it's crazy. One of Daily Blazes around, or but the Daily Blazes around here anywhere, because he's one for George Orwell. What I'm scanning through. Do you want Chewbacca's help? Do you? Don Donovan? Don Donovan? Okay, I'll shut up. Hey, can you... I'll ask him. Just a second. Chewbacca, do you think Scotland is going to stay in the EU? He said he's got nothing to say on that matter. I ain't got a clue. What happens, though, if Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson says no? He's already said no in his his manifesto and all that. But what if he says no again? What's next? Keep pursuing it? Obviously, keep pursuing it. I think you deserve it after all the shit you've been put through in Scotland. You probably know my feel, but I've said it before. If the people of Scotland want to leave the UK or leave the Union, well, that's up to the people of Scotland. And I don't blame them, because they've been treated like shit. They were bluffed at the beginning with the Indie Ref 1, weren't they? Yeah, we're going to stay in the EU, we're going to do this, we're going to everybody be hunky-dory. And they got shafted. No wonder they're pissed off, they want another one. Crazy. Oh, what's going on up there? Oh, Paul C. Hello, Paul C. How you doing? 13 years in woodworking shop. Oh, blimey. Wow, okay. Basically, a tiny factory with 10 people. Solid wood only. Best way and all. And mostly with complex shapes. My job was using and programming the 5-axis machine. Now, you say the 5-axis machine, is that like a CNC type machine? Or is that something different? I don't know that machine. I'm a bit of a simple woodworker, me. I use hand tools and basic machines. No electronics in my workshop, no, not yet. Maybe one day. I don't never afford it, there you go. Oh, I'm trying to go through these comments. I don't want to leave anybody out, you see. I think I've done it. I think I got through them all, then I'll continue. Someone said I should do a parody on that, like on the Christmas Carol. A bit like my ones I keep doing on Mark Francois, that idiot. Oh my god. London is saying, hey, Jacob Rees-Mogg visits the ghost of Christmas past on Christmas Eve. Oh, okay. Well, that man is just absolutely ridiculous, isn't he? He's just... I just can't... It's just something about him. But when you... look at his past, the way he's been brought up as well from his old man, and that interview that he had with that French... Oh, I tried to use actually part of the video, but that was very much copyrighted. They didn't want me to. No. So it was a bit of a no-go. But it was quite an eye-opener to see Jacob Rees-Mogg as a kid, the way he was talking, was going on about, it allows you to buy things like this Rolls Royce. Lovely, he goes. Okay. What can you say to that, really, at that age? I think it was about 10 or something stupid, 10, 11. He was no age at all. And it's all about money, 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 money. And it's all he's interested in. No. And he's got all that 20 kids, isn't he? That poor woman. I think he forces himself upon her. Now that's a thought. Oh my God. But have a drink. Blimey. Scary. So, yeah. This is planet Earth. I gathered that. I landed here a few years back. Goes to Christmas past hanging on a zip line, along with Boris Johnson. That was a sight, wasn't it? Now, hello, Timothy Simpkin. Oh, cheers, buddy. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, it's JRN, Jacob Rees-Mogg, the ghost of Halloween past. Oh, blimey. What can you say? Yes, probably. Crikey. More like Psycho. Oh, yeah, that man. Can you imagine it? I'm going to make you throw up now. Can you imagine having to go to, under the covers with that man every night? And I'll tell you one thing, he should make sure that he's got a mattress in one piece. Because if it's a two-piece mattress, like they put two beds together, it'd fall down the middle and you'll never see him again. Be gone forever. Let's hope. One day, maybe. Blimey. So, well, I had my little on my tablet up there, and the tablet's turned off. Because I haven't pressed my remote enough times, so that's a bit of a pain. If I press it again, does it work? No? Okay. No, it doesn't. Well, I might give you a little tour of my little studio in a minute. I say tour, it's only one room, so it's not exactly big. But I'm hoping to do little different sets. Got my green screen behind over there. Got this little area here that I've kind of put together, which I haven't finished yet, and kind of different ideas with it. And I've got some mad ideas as well I'm hoping to do. I'm not going to tell it yet. No, I'm not going to tell you. No, I've got some of the stuff I need for it. That came the other day. Oh, blimey. But trying to find things that are going to work. Anyway, I mustn't give too many clues away. Put it like this, it's going to be a bit of a parody. So, anyway, what you're saying, this is too far away. My arms are really not that long. Hence, all shorts. Short arms too. Careful, that could be libelous. Yeah, does he? Oh, Bates Motel. Psycho. The gap between the mattresses leads to a wormhole. All that glory hole for him, blimey. Oh, did I go too far? Okay, so it's the wit. It says it came up shortly. Oh, come on. Oh, come back. This is really annoying. Maybe I should bring that up on my laptop. Maybe I should. B. Dallas, looking forward to the tour. Actually, someone asked for it during your latest Wally live stream. That's probably Jasper. I won't be surprised that was Jasper. I don't think he's here tonight. He's quite often on the live streams. Carrie Johnson is getting sugar cubes for Christmas. Really? Oh, LMO Green, how you diddling, buddy? Yeah, well, how you doing with all your whoppies? Was it wappies? Wappies? Oh, I can't remember now. Oh, Kit Kat did. Okay, well, I'm in here at the moment, and I haven't done upstairs yet. We need to build a staircase first. That might be a Wally bar video. And I've got a few ideas, in the sense of doing little set ideas. So I've got little places I can do different videos. Because I can't always do them outside. It's just not possible. Because I'm really struggling to keep up with it. I'm absolutely honest. It's a bit easier when I don't edit the videos at all, to be as well, which is good. So the recent ones I've been doing, I haven't been doing any yet. I've literally just been reading them off and then upload them, pretty much. Haven't even compressed them or anything. Just uploaded them, which is great. And sometimes they work well, and sometimes they don't. But as soon as I try to edit them and stuff, it just takes so long. That one I did with Mark Francois, like the parody one I did. It's just me talking into a microphone. That's all it is, really. And there are a few pictures and stuff in the background. But it wasn't the audio that took the time. That was quick. But editing and actually putting everything else in to try and make it kind of progressive, it took me hours. You know, but that video probably took me 4 hours to put together. You know, just to compile it in DaVinci, which is the editor software that I use. But yeah, the Spartan video, that's right. But if I do another video, like for instance the other ones I've been doing in the past, if you think about the ones I did before, I stopped doing them at the moment. I might do one or two like it, where I used to do a lot of animations and stuff in that. But they take 6 to 8 hours per video, and I was doing at least 2 of them a day. So it's like I won't get any sleep hardly. I was so knackered. And then you upload it, and it doesn't. It's just a flop. You know, and you upload one you haven't actually edited or done anything with, and you just, literally just give it the spiel, and it's done well. I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason to it sometimes. It kind of make you wonder. So it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. I suppose I've just got to live with that, haven't I? Oh, well, actually, talk about Catalonia. We think about Scotland and what have you. Catalonia's in a similar position, aren't they? And well, they had their vote. Didn't do them any favours, though. To be fair, have they released them yet? Are they still in captivity? The politicians and that who instigated it, because it was an illegal vote. So Madrid was saying. Who looks a bit fabricated? Me? Do I look a bit fabricated? I look a little. Personally, I think I look a bit like Spider-Man wearing a Christmas T-shirt, which you can't see. Because I can't put the phone over there because I can't reach it. When I rig it up on the OBS software and what have you, when I get my head around how to do that, it'll be a lot easier. Because I can use, I'll be working on here, and obviously the camera can be wherever there then. So it'll be a bit easier. Oh, not, Fabricant, Michael Fabricant with his, is that a wig? I can't work it out. Is he wearing a wig? Or is he just like Boris Johnson wannabe? Or, considering Boris Johnson's younger, maybe Boris Johnson models himself on Michael Fabricant. Oh, God, that man. Did you see him he was on the, one of them dating shows. He was one of the contestants of the dating show. What? Why? God, why would you put him with anybody? He's awful. I don't think he's any fan of Boris Johnson either, to be honest. No. Not when you listen to what he's said in the past. Okay, let's do it. Either way, for Scotland or Catalonia to gain independence, it will require approval of central government after a referendum. Oh. In that case, who's going to approve that? Unless they allowed it to happen in the first place. The only reason they allowed it to happen in the first place because they felt they're going to win anyway. But no, they know they wouldn't. They know they wouldn't now. They must be sure of that. Hello, number 3. How you doing, buddy? Hey, that's good to see you here. I'm a man of many talents, really. Oh, you're jealous, are you? Ooh. You see me in those videos too, have you? Probably not, because I haven't been in any. No. Oh, dear. Are you referring to my woodworking? I do like my woodworking. It's a bit of therapy, actually, because sometimes you kind of... the parody one. Okay. Yeah, I do like my parodies. What I tend to do is I go on Twitter or online, what have you. I see if I find something, then I kind of like bash it about to suit me. And that's kind of what it starts off from. Like I did actually put it in the description. That one started off something I read on Twitter, and then I twisted it around to see what I wanted to do. So it's not all my own work. So I have to admit that I don't. I sort of plagiarised it a little bit. Yeah, Michael Fabricant is a parody of himself. Yeah, he's such a strange man. I know I'm a bit odd, but crikey. Oh, yeah. All right, Pete. Oh, Pete Robbins. Fabricant's hair does not seem to age, so it must be a wig. Okay, talking about wigs, I bought one. But you're not going to see it yet, though. As a clue to my other, alter ego. Maybe. Oh, God, my arms. I need longer arm. I need a stick with fingers glued to the end of it. Maybe I could use Boris Johnson's finger. And I could just, poke my phone like that. Because the problem with it, when you do the live stream via the phone like this, like we were doing down at Ginger Island, the chat comes up. You get the chat up. It asks, for instance, about 10 seconds and it disappears. And you constantly have to touch the phone. That's why I keep leaning over. Touching the flipping phone to keep it up so I can read your chats. After all, I do like to see them. Just like the comments in my videos. Hey, cheers, power system. Operations PSO. He loves my videos. Shame YouTube doesn't. Oh, dear. They used to. They really give me a hard time at the moment. I don't know what I've done wrong. Yeah, Merry Christmas, number 3. And everybody, obviously. Yep. Yeah, it is. You are right there, Paul C. It is a pain in the I kind of enjoy it sometimes. When I get into it and I start doing my little, then I go onto Photoshop and I do my little. Well, I use Affinity Photos, is like Photoshop. And I get in there, and I do my little, manipulate my little drawings and stuff like that. And make my video. I do enjoy it, but then I realise the day's nearly gone, and I haven't even uploaded the video. And by that time, the actual story's already sort of blown, and then what's the point? You're kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. So it's what I've been doing the last few days, you might notice, is I've been writing my scripts the day before, and if something comes up in the news that I think is relevant or interesting, I'll then kind of like, oh, okay, I'll quickly do that one, and then usually about 10 o'clock between 10 and 11 in the morning, if I'm at home, I'll record them in the garden at the moment. Literally just it's the same setup. As you see there, I'm using the mobile phone, not this microphone here, not this one here, no. Oh, that's phallic, isn't it? Oh, no, my little Rode Micro, little directional microphone. I use that on top, but really simple setup, and I think it sounds quite good. And no editing, no nothing. And I just upload it with my script. Sometimes I can't upload all the script. If you read the script, you're probably, my description's down below, you'll probably read it. Oh my God, the English that's terrible. What are all these extra dots? All these full stops? Well, I add all these extra full stops and what have you. And I'm too worried about the punctuation because I write it as though I'm going to read it. So it's a script. That's all it is. So my descriptions you see down below are literally a script. So I've copied and pasted it from my script, and then I've plugged it into the descriptions down below. And often when I'm actually doing my videos, sometimes I'm literally reading it through the teleprompter. Other times I kind of go off script a little, but I just keep going, and it's just because it's in your head. Because you put your wrote it, and it's kind of almost like you're rehearsed it, I suppose, and it's all in your head then, and you can just spiel it out. But sometimes you just have to kind of just follow the script. You lose track and you miss out details, like the one I did earlier today about the driving licence, because it's specific to details that were important, not just for the video, but for people to understand what the rules were. I made sure I followed my script that I wrote, that morning. Well, it's this morning. So so that's basically how I do it anyway. So it's sometimes it's a bit ad hoc, and sometimes it's not. But nearly every single video I do a bit of ad hoc at the end, just depending if I've got anything in my head and I just want to get it out, or I think there's something that I should have said and I didn't, or I missed out. So on my fire stall on, that's good. And Wally he's laying down there on the floor. I wish I could grab the phone and show you. He's such a little sweetie, that little boy. But I will grab the phone in a minute because I want to give you a little tour of my studio. But that will be through the camera mic, not the of this mic here. So it might be a bit odd. Not odd. The sound won't be so good. No. But it'll be okay in there, because I've put all that sandboards over. These are actually cloth, so we don't get the same bouncing back at me here. So they help, and they've got fiberglass behind them. And I've got two above my head as well here. Can't see them, exactly the same as those. And I've put curtains in place just to break the sound, like baffles. And it definitely helped, considering what it was like in this space before I started with this bit's got a low ceiling, so it's directly above my head. I almost touch, another 6 inches and I touch the ceiling. So this part, which is the mezzanine, is a very low ceiling. And then just over the other side of the beam, which you can't see, I'll show you in a minute, is the vaulted ceiling. So it goes onto the mezzanine, which is above here, if it makes any sense. But I haven't built the staircase yet, which is another job. So but with the mezzanine's got nothing to do with the actual studio anyway. I don't need that space, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I don't want to kind of overtake the house, because I've got my office downstairs. So that's one whole room taken up. And now Caroline said, why don't you just have that room? We don't use it anyway at the moment anyway. And I've kind of took it over, as you can probably see. Oops. But no, she's okay with that. She's Caroline, she's a lovely girl. Oh, I've got another super chat. Oh, wonderful, thank you. Who's that? Who gave me a super chat? Hey, General Machette. Oh, thank you very much. You want to move to France? Do it. If you can. If it's still possible for you, do it. I love it here. I really do. And our French friends and that are absolutely lovely. And just being in the country is just so nice. Seriously, I when I was in England, I was struggling a little bit actually. I was finding it really difficult. Our business was struggling. Got hit hard in 2009 with that recession, and that really, because we moved here in 2010, and that really hit us hard. And mentally, I was finding it really quite difficult, really, to deal with stuff. And just going to the supermarkets and stuff like that. God, there's just too many people. I just want to push them all out of the way. Get out of the way, you people! Don't like it. Go away. No, not because they like them, but just they're just there. Not allowed. No. Maybe it was like agoraphobic, or would it be claustrophobic, or it could just be like too many people. I don't know. Anyway, I was struggling a little bit, and with the recession, what have you, it really hit my business when I was in the UK, and we said, "Oh, enough's enough." So we said, "Okay, we talked about this before. We're going to move to France," so we did. We bought this place eventually, and it's kind of like an ongoing project. It was complete and it was a complete and utter wreck. Hadn't been lived in for about 30 odd years. There was squatters in it just before we moved here. Oh God, it was dire. It was really dire. Oh, and let's not forget about the cow that was in my kitchen. A live cow, not a dead one. No, it won't be quite so bad, especially if it was in the freezer. But no, it was a live cow in my little kitchen. Open the door. We didn't expect that. You know, it coming through the back bit where there wasn't a door. There's nothing on there. Through the back of the kitchen, and there was this cow shitting everywhere, obviously, as they do, shitting and peeing all over our floors. But the house was a wreck anyway, so a complete renovation. So it's just one of them things. It's another story to tell. And we've kind of done our thing here. We've had sheep, we've had goats, ducks, chickens, and now we've just got dogs and a cat. Yeah, we've been in there, done all that, and it started getting really costly. It's okay if you make money from it, because they were just pets, and they've still got to be cattle. You still got to get them registered. They got their air tags, which seemed really cruel because we had these little dwarf, pygmy goats and what have you, little tiny ones, a little bit like me, Allshorts, and putting these tags on here, and half the time they get caught in the fences. They rip their ears, saying that like that. Horrible. But you have to do it, or you get fined. You have no choice. And then you got to take the balls off. God. Oh, you sweat my eyes water, it did. No, to make sure both of them in there. Both of them in the both of the testicles are in the band. You had a little tool. I hope you're not eating. You have these like tool, right? What happens with the prongs, and they expand as you squeeze. They expand. You have this little rubber band, thick rubber band it is. You chuck them over the prongs. You grip it. It pulls and stretches out that band, and you grab hold of the gajebas, and you pull them through that band, and the goats are going like, "What's going on?" Kicking and screaming, and then you let go, and the band tightens around the balls. Needless to say, they are a little bit unhappy. Can't blame them. But the problem is they keep mating. And then you get a load of inbreeding going on, so you have to be careful. There's only a certain amount of... you can only breed, you can't keep them breeding, because eventually they end up like me. Blimey. Anyway, one day, one of our little pygmy goat's balls dropped off. As they do, because that's what happens. Like a dried up livery sack with fur on it. One day, my Wally comes in the house. What the hell's he got in his mouth? I pull it out. It's a ball sack. I tried that ball sack. So I take it away. I put it out of the way. I don't know why I didn't put it. I should just put it in the bin. Maybe I don't know what it was at the time. I think I was going to make it like a necklace, like a lucky ball sack or something. I don't know. Anyway, I put it out of the way on top of a shelf. He can't get up there. No. He ain't going to get up there. The following day, he's in the mouth again. Unless it was a different one. But then again, it wasn't on the shelf. I don't think it was. I'm sorry I only done one at that time. That was a little, pygmy goat. I'll tell you that was a learning curve, honestly. Having these animals, the first one we got with these goats, thinking they're going to eat our grass, cut our grass for us, and there's been some comments on my videos about, get yourself some sheep, get yourself some goats. Oh yeah, right, I know all about the sheep and the goats, and how little they eat. We've got 5 acres here, which isn't a huge amount in France, it isn't, it's not worth anything, it's worth very little indeed. We wanted extra land because we just want to have that little bit of distance between us and the farmers, and if anyone who knows about farm and they know living with cows on your boundary isn't a great idea, because one minute you could be sitting there enjoying a pina colada, the next minute the cow's pointing his arse towards you, and horizontal pee and shit is flying across your fence. It happens, believe you me. Not great. And also, when we had this, the goats went to a problem, but they were pretty useless. But we swapped our goats for some sheep. Yeah, so we did that. We swapped the goats for some sheep. That's fine. And actually, the sheep were absolutely lovely. And we had these sheep, and yes, they did eat the grass, but not all of it. They'd always eat the same bit, where they're pooping and peeing. So you have to segment the fields constantly just to push them from one field to the next. Not necessarily just cut the grass so they don't contaminate or you don't have worms and stuff. Because if you can move them from one field to the next and to the next, you can keep them pretty much worm free. We still treat them for worms, obviously, you have to. But them too had to obviously be tagged and what have you. And our Ruby, oh my god, I think I posted a picture about her before actually or put in one of my videos before. Ruby, we had this sheep called Ruby. And we bottle fed her from, a little baby lamb. And she's such a character. Now, I think I mentioned this before. We were there one Christmas dinner. There we are, all having enjoying our Christmas dinner. And we go, bang, 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 on the door. The door swings open. And there's Ruby on her hind legs. Thud. Massive sheep she is. Still is. Anyway, she came for Christmas dinner. She wasn't the Christmas dinner, no, but she could have been, I suppose. But she's huge, absolutely huge. And sharing her, oh my god, she was she was a lovely, 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 lovely animal. She really was. But they always used to hang around the same part of the fence. Usually where your barbecue is, it absolutely stinks of sheep pee. And you're constantly moving them about, one place to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, until finally they're back to the same place again. And it's this constant cycle, but they weren't really eating enough of the grass, so you still got to cut it. So they were helping, but not a lot. In fact, they're causing a lot of damage as well. Anyway, we rehomed them. We know where they are. They're just, but I think a couple of them have died actually since. It's a while ago now. Ruby's still alive. And she had 5 lambs. It was quite common to have 2. Maybe maybe 3. She had 5. The record is 6. At least she could have done another one. Blimey. Anyway, she was a character. Lovely, lovely, lovely sheep. Anyway, we rehomed her, and she's about 10 kilometres from here. Not far at all, so we still see her occasionally. Only about once a year. But anyhow, that's another story. Hey, what are you guys and girls saying? Blimey. It's not exactly Brexit, is it? Go, Ruby. Oh, she's a goer. Peter does. Regarding the mask mandate, I saw a hilarious video of a Texan dad starting to strip during a discussion about wearing masks to show his libertarian right not to wear clothes. Oh my god, really? Oh god, no. That's the sort of thing I'd do. No, I won't do it today. Don't worry. Hello, Shabanics? Oh, she's talking about she bang bang. She died. She was only 99. Wee nipper of a lass. Blimey. I used to love she bang bang. It's one of the magical films, and it's just kind of, kind of let yourself go with, like Mary Poppins. I remember watching Mary Poppins when I was in primary school. Yeah. They used to bring in the big old projector screen and what have you, and actually do it in the hall with the big Christmas tree in the background. That was lovely. That was St William's Primary School, that was. In Norfolk. Hello, Peter Sturt. How you doing, buddy? Oh, is that true, the vicar? Apparently, Priti Patel is going to deport her parents if she's not happy with her presents. Maybe it'll be a Zodiac inflatable. Maybe. Now, talking about Zodiac inflatables. Now, I don't know the details. I've actually started writing the script for it, but France and the UK have received legal proceedings against him over the deaths of the 27 people who died in that boat. So there's investigations going on. So yeah, they're going. End of the day, somebody is responsible because there's maritime law. Now, was that boat in French waters when the distress calls went out, or was it in UK waters? That is the question. Who is ultimately responsible? The fact of the matter is, anyone who's in access, if you receive, our maritime law basically states if you receive a distress call and you in the vicinity of, it's your legal responsibility to take care of them. It's so sad. Those sort of things, it brings a tear to the eye, it really does. It makes me feel so angry. What the hell has come to us? It'll come to us. What of us? What has become of us? Where we're happy to allow people just to die. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. It's like, not my problem. No, I don't care. Nothing to do with me. No, look over here. Look over there. No. We'll blame them. That's what we'll do. Pisses me off. It really does. Sorry. Didn't mean to swear. I do. Little twats. Oh, God, yeah, she has. Lizzie is pretty much, well, yeah, she's threatening the Article 16 over the Northern Ireland Protocol again. Don't these people understand what Article 16 actually means? I know, to be fair to actually Lord Frost, he does, because he did actually say. Oh, I don't think she does, no. It's either that or it's just, it's convenient. Oh, good night, sugar-free. Best wishes to all, yes, and you too. And happy Christmas all round. Hello, baby. How you doing, buddy? I've been putting videos on TikTok. You probably noticed because you keep liking them, and that was very much appreciated. Thank you. So whenever I do my, I've still got some more to put on there actually. I haven't put on there yet. Oh, the little vertical, the little short ones. Some people like them, some people don't on this channel. But they're ideal for TikTok as well. But also, the main reason I was doing them originally is because, I don't know if you're aware of it, when you see my little videos, they're vertical. They're for the YouTube Shorts platform. So it's like the platform within this channel, basically, or within the YouTube platform. And it's just, they're little short videos up to 60 seconds. So I'm just trying to spill out information in a very short, condensed fashion, just to get the points across. Usually it can only really be 1 point, maybe a little bit of fluff around it, but that's about it. But then I can then I can then upload also to TikTok as well, and all this sort of stuff. It just helps the channel to promote this channel. Because God, it needs it, especially recently. God, I've been hit hard by YouTube. They haven't been very nice to me. No. I'm scanning through your messages, your comments. Can't. Oh, Esther Witt can't do TikTok. You still have a flip phone? Oh my God! Is it the new Samsung, or is it an old one, like an old Nokia? Not Nokia. What was that? Well, Nokia did one as well, didn't they? They did like a flip phone, like a folding phone. And then you had, obviously, the Motorola's. Oh, blimey. So he said, I can't do TikTok, still have an old flip phone, as smartphones refuse to recognise I have a soul. I have to admit, I kind of agree. These modern phones, they do kind of take over your lives, don't they? There's so much stuff that they just consume you. Whether it be the addictive videos you get on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts where you scan, oh, next one. I would have never searched this shit. I'm just watching because it's there. And you go to the next one. Before you know it, you're wasting half an hour of your life scanning through videos just to be entertained, it seems. And really, they're not entertaining. It's an addiction. They just got you by the short and curly. They know exactly. Yeah, Kirk. Beat me up, Scotty. And art trade. Don't you say? Oh, my phone is about to run. Oh, do you know what I better do? I better chart. Do you know what? I rigged this up with this lead down here. And what did I do? Or what didn't I do? Is plug it in. There you go. That should be on charge. Let's have a look. Yes, it is on charge. Ha ha! I always do that. I don't know what it is. When I'm doing this, because the screen's on all the time, the battery doesn't last long. It lasts about an hour, and then it's dead. So you don't do TikTok. No, I don't really do TikTok, but I just upload videos on there. So it's just a way of promoting. Bayerberg here, he was advising me on it. Cross-promote. Things on TikTok should have a follow me on YouTube. And end screen things on YouTube should also have a follow me on TikTok. And I see. So that's something I need to really do. The only thing is that involves, I suppose I could do it on my end screens. Yeah, I could do it on end screens actually. You can do that afterwards. So yeah, good point. Oh, more people. Okay, let's. More people need to hear your delivery. Yeah, really. Bored devils. Yeah. To one of your. Hello, Vicar. Yeah, I've actually got a dog thing to put on Wally. It's like a harness, and you can put my I haven't got a GoPro, but I've got a DJI action camera, the same as a GoPro basically. I can mount that on there and have them run about. I have played with a different camera, but that wasn't very. It didn't have any it's a little shake, anti-shake on it, whatever you call it. But my DJI action camera has, so it might be worthwhile giving that a go with that one on Wally and see where he goes. Maybe have it point as rear end so I can show you how he manages to stick a poo onto a tree. Such an art form, I tell you. Makes me so proud. That it does. Oh, I did that. Yeah, you mentioned that before. I'll try show you this about your. Oh, the hand radius you got. So okay. Well, I used to play with a bit of hand radius years and years ago, and only very amateurish, to be honest. But you got licenses and stuff for that. Shortwave stuff. You used to have CBs and that, but that was before mobile phones. So we used to communicate. Roger. Going over 400 triggered emergency measures in oh my God, 2 days ago, really? In this, you published the shorts on YouTube. I do not use my phone on YouTube. Oh yeah. The only thing is, obviously, if you're using your computer or what have you on horizontal phone, you just have a narrow bit in the middle. Cash Dummy, one of the people who subscribes, sometimes I speak to quite a bit. German chabby. He was struggling watching the shorts videos via his computer because he was using Firefox, I think it was, and it didn't like it. I don't know what it is. Something wasn't quite right there. Real tube. Alright, Power Systems operational. BSO. Yeah, this trade deal, they just finalised it recently with Australia, haven't they? the non-benefit trade deal with Australia. In fact, it's going to kill off British farmers. I know that most of them voted to leave and what have you, but crikey, they're getting it from all directions at the moment. You got I did a video about it actually, about the daffodil farmers down in Cornwall. They can't get they just can't get anyone to help them to pick those daffodils. Now I've seen people work on these daffodil fields because coming from Norfolk, there was, I mentioned actually in this video, I think, Bond Farm in Blowfield in Norfolk. They used to grow all sorts of stuff. They used to do horseradish, but also daffodils and stuff like that as well, and tulips. And God, watching the people work those farms, picking the daffodils, they're literally bent over all day long. And it isn't a case that they can just cut the whole lot off and that's it, done. They have to, they kind of like, punch, band round, in the bag, band round, in the bag. And it's just constant. It's just bent, but they're bent over. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It's just killer work, it really is. And needless to say, Brits don't want to do that sort of work. I don't blame them either. I wouldn't want to do that sort of work either. Well, I don't think I'd last. To be honest. What lose a few pounds, to say the least. Or was it kilos? Who knows? Old money or new money? Well, we'll never know. So anyway, so the farmers are really struggling. And they don't know what's around the corner. Subsidies are pretty much, well, they've just lost, was it, 15% of the subsidies by 2024. They're going to lose half of their subsidies. And some will argue is why they're getting subsidies. Because farming's flipping expensive. It's not a cheap job. No. And they've lost access to all the zero interest loans they could get from the EU for equipment and investment. They've screwed themselves, they really have. The problem is, we do argue, they're Brexiteers, what have you, but the fact of the matter is, people need to be fed. And the UK's already got pretty much no food security. It's already importing around between 60 and 75% of its food from just the EU. And no, don't listen to what these idiots are saying about Brazil and how Brazil supplies up 25% of the world's food. That's bullshit. That's not true. So it's just, yeah. And the other thing is obviously transportation, when you're obviously shipping stuff in that far. Although there has been some developments regarding scrubber units for these for the ships regarding the is it carbon dioxide or is it some other chemical? Sulfur, I think it's sulfur that's been pumped into the atmosphere from all these ships. Because obviously now we're obviously using more ships because we're importing a lot more stuff from the other side of the world. Go figure. And needless to say, there's a lot of pollutants. But they've had a lot of success recently with the scrubber units. Effectively, they remove these toxins out of the fumes before they get into the atmosphere. Sort of carbon, like capture units within the boat. Scrubber units, I couldn't call them scrubbers. Get do with an old scrubber. Oh, I married her. That's fine. No, she's got a bit. Shh. I'll be in trouble. She watch this video. No, she knows me. But yeah, yeah. So that's some positive news regarding that. Anyway, where was I? Oh, the farmers. So they've got that. Those are subsidies. By 2024, they lost at least half of their subsidies. They've lost a lot already. There hasn't really been any clear direction as well from George Useless, from DEFRA. That bloke. Oh my god. Oh god. He's one of the idiots who decided to turn his back during the Ode to Joy national anthem for the EU's anthem when he was an MEP with blinking old Farage, and now he's in the Conservative Party. They're all opportunists. They're just following the opportunities and the money. They're just awful people, aren't they? They really are awful people. Anyway, so that's the daffodil farmers shot themselves in the foot. They can't get any employees. Now they've been asking to fund the non-edibles to be added to the visa scheme. That's it, the visa scheme. But that ain't worked either. But they had so many hundred so-called, air quotes, butchers coming from the EU to butcher the pigs. Only 50 of them turned up. And apparently there's like 200 or 300 of them or something that had applied, but only 50 turned up. So they're way short. Way short. They need, God, they need so many. And they just, be more pigs that are going to be slaughtered and burnt in a field somewhere. Lovely. Not. Oh, that's interesting. Sean, chat you out. Oh, chat you disappeared. Come back, chat you out. You just jumped up. There you go. It's a reply to Jordi. It says the UK has not been self-sufficient in food since the 5th of December 1922. That's very true. However, has not been self-sufficient in food since the early 1800s. No. Oh, I didn't know that one, but I knew the other bit. Oh, it's just madness, isn't it? You know, it's... Why wouldn't you produce your own food if you can? That's probably can't. The frogage is really in the tour, is he? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think they'd have him. He's dangerous. Oh, The problem, I'm scanning the wrong way, so the messages are coming that way. I'm kind of going outwards. Maybe I should start at the top, work my way down. It might make more sense. Because some of the replying to you, to other people, which is quite cool, to say the least. Nope, they haven't been. Oh, since the Irish. Oh, I see your point now. The Irish independence haven't been. So London's saying the UK has not been self-sufficient for food since the Irish independence. Potatoes. No, starve the Irish. That's what they do. I only have verticals, no space for wires. I'm confused now. So there's a reason why these... Bayer Berger's saying there's a reason why those deals happen. When people wake up, there'll be no reason for the EU to let Great Britain back. Apart from a couple of large towns. Maybe Norwich as a city. And there's going to be an urgent need to pump money and the thing is, if you don't produce and you can't import it, well then you've got to start producing. Think of all the big industries that have just gone. It won't be the car industry, it'll be coal or whatever it might be. You know, they're all disappearing. And now farming and dairy. They can't get the people to work the farms, to pick the food. Let alone operate machinery. This is across the board, all sectors. It's not just farming. Everywhere is suffering. If you can't get the people, you just can't get them, can you? If you said, sod you, we don't want you anymore, go back over there, go back over the outside the channel. We don't like you. Oh, Europeans. Well, they say that, but they seem to forget that they're Europeans as well. Does make me laugh. Don't like Europe, but you're in Europe. No, we're not. No, we're in Ireland. We're special. That's what they say. Oh, I have to admit, though, of late, I haven't really seen many comments on my videos from Brexiteers. I get the old one. I got one today. As you know, I do read all the comments. I can't reply to them all, obviously. It's impossible. But I do like to read them. And I had somebody on there today. I can't remember what he's gone on about there. Something. Anyway, it's the only Brexiter I've had for a while that I know of. I get plenty of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, trying to sell that. I reported one today. It's been spamming me. Bot comments, just like computer comments, is what it looks like. But then you get like a string of comments off the comment. So it's not just them, it's just like loads of, it's got to be computer generated or something. But yeah, I don't understand why YouTube can't get on top of that. But they don't, do they? No, they don't. You might have seen it yourself. Right, oh. A fantasy island, yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Now, I'm confused, chatty rat. What are you talking about? Have I missed something? What have I missed? So London is saying, all right, but apart from the sanitation, the medicine, education, wine, public water, irrigation, roads, fresh water system, and public health, what have the Europeans ever done for us? Can you remember that thing that, what was it, Patrick Stewart? He did that, didn't he? That was hilarious. And very true. Like the Romans. What have the Romans ever done for us? Yeah, like O'Brien and all that. That's funny. Well done. Oh, God. 7 or 8 and 2 metres and around 20 for 70 centimetres, even some 10 metres. 2, I think. One's a gateway to 7. What? No, I'm confused. I don't know. What are you on about, Al Show? I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm terrible on pronunciation. I struggle with English. You probably noticed. So you think 2008, General Malchet was the tipping point. Are you referring to Brexit and the support for Brexit? Or support for Nigel Farage for his Brexit? Brought us peace, it did. End of the day, it was a peace project, and it still is. Although it's not very good how it's looking with Ukraine, is it? Oh my God. Russia's threatening, using threatening language now. As if NATO is going to do anything to attack Russia. If anyone strikes the first blow, it's going to be Russia, isn't it? It's going to be. It's just. They know that. He knows that. He's just using it all to, trying to make democracies look weak. You're right, Esther Witt. So when the campaigns were going on, it was shocking the numbers of people that had no idea how the EU actually worked and how they elected their representatives. Elected, that is the word, isn't it? Because they were telling us they were not elected. The people are there because they were elected. It doesn't make any sense. They believed it, though. You get a few high-profile politicians or bloody snake oil salesmen, and that's all it takes. And they believed him. Because they liked him. It's like Alexander Boris Devil Johnson. He's not a politician, no. He's literally an actor. Comedian maybe. But people liked him. There's this fluffy creature, and made them laugh. They could relate to him. They thought he's funny. And now he's killing them. Make you wonder, doesn't it? Why? I just don't see. I personally just don't understand how anyone cannot see the wood from the trees. The man's a flippin'. Oh, he's awful. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. He's just we obviously know. He's not opportune. Oh, what was that? Something's going to make noises. It went ding-a-ling-a-ling. But he's a foul individual, isn't he? There's no getting away from it. And they followed him. They for some reason they thought he was the man. He was the man to lead them through this Brexit with his oven-ready deal. Why? I just don't get it. Why? I wish I did get it. But frankly, it's just, I don't know. You beat your head against the wall as much as you like, you're never going to understand it, are you? Because it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Blimey. So it's just one of the things it's one of these things we're all going to have to live with, and yeah, it's just I don't know. Maybe you know. So what you're saying, I'm lost for words. Oh dear. Oh, I've got a chat. Oh, a super chat. Oh, thank you very much. Who is it? Who is it? I'm looking. I'm scanning up. I didn't see it. Bloody. Whoa, go on, Bennett. Must be all the way up here. Have I missed something? Hey, Daily Blase. How you doing, buddy? Just out of interest, Marcus, have you had any comments from that mad Brexit loon, Ron Wiseman? He's absolutely bonkers. No, I haven't, actually. Maybe he doesn't know of me yet. Oh. Ron Wiseman. Where's my pen? I want to write him down. I want to find him. I can't find my pen now. Oh, blimey. Where's that gone? I need a dry whiteboard or something. I've got about 20 drawers in this desk. They swore then, or did I swear? Anyway, Ron Wiseman. Okay, I will certainly have a look. Oh, someone brought me some coffees. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Blimey. God, people are so kind. I was trying to find with this live chat. Someone's done me a live chat because my live chat has just jumped up. I'll just sort of scan up the top there. Oh. That's my pace from my heart. Oh, I did have a scare a while back. I'll tell you in a minute. It wasn't anything dangerous though. It's not like blimey. It must have been ages ago. I didn't see. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm still looking. Oh my God, there's so many comments. There's so many chats. Oh, Paul Taylor. Cheers, buddy. Hey, Marcus, love that. Oh, cheers, buddy. That's my hat. I've got lots of hats. But seriously, darling, what were you thinking? Oh, so, come back. Oh, shit, come back. With below the shoulder outfit. Below the shoulder outfit. Really? Oh, dear. It's odd. Oh, dear. I get. The thing is, the camera's so far away. It's my reindeer. It's Christmas. But you can't see it because I suppose it's not very wide, you see. It's not very wide angle. So I suppose I could knock off some of my Wally bar at the top. Then I'll probably fall down and up. Maybe that's better. No, maybe not. Blimey. Oh, dear. Why is there a clown behind you? A clown? What clown? He's behind you. Are you talking about him? He's a fisherman. He's not a clown. Oh, are you talking about my daughter knitted this? Not knitted, she's crochet. Don't blame me. It's supposed to be me. You know, that was last Christmas, that was. What clown? Are you talking about him? My fisherman? Without his rod, because he kept poking me in the back of the head when I was messing about around there, so I took it off. Got a little wooden fish on the end of it. Oh, dear. Aha! Yeah, that's the thing about you think what's going on in the UK, and you think about Hitler at the time. Blimey. You know, Hitler was liked. They were voting for him. People didn't understand what was really going on. And look what's going on in the UK. Look, you know, we're heading down that same old, old tunnel, aren't we? It's getting narrower and narrower at the end. Before we know it, it'll be in the same blooming boat as all those poor people. All those years ago. Now, in a joke, you're right, John Clemens, Brexit is definitely not a joke. It's screwing over so many people. And more and more people are going to be screwed over from it as well, because next year it's going to get even tougher. And it hasn't really sunk in yet, all the damage that Brexit is doing. It isn't filtered through yet. Not all of it, no. And it's cloaked with COVID. Oh God, I make light of it, I know, but I'm not trying to make a joke of it. Not a Brexit, I make a joke of the idiots. But they've screwed us all. Yeah, look at me, okay, it's just me, okay, yeah, we're okay now, but at the time when the vote came through, we were blooming shitting up, pooping ourselves. Because we didn't know where we stood here. And it went on, and it went on, until recently, until, the deal got struck and stuff like that. And even after that, we didn't really know, after the, it officially was all done and dusted, apparently, last year, on the 1st of January 2021. And it took a while for us to understand where we stood here in France. Obviously, we did a carte de jour and stuff like that, and went through the process. And you don't really know until you've got it in your hand, because you read all this stuff online, because most of the information you're getting from things like Facebook. Not because you want to, because it's the only information. It wasn't people's experiences and stuff like that. It wasn't really until we actually went up there and done all the final stages of the fingerprints and all that. Oh God, this was easy, wasn't it? And because we've been here quite a while, the process online was really, really simple. And we were confident, and we felt a lot, breathe again. But ever since 2006, or before that, actually leading up to the vote, we were a bit concerned. What if it does, it was going to be a Brexit vote, and it was in the end anyway. And we didn't really know where we stood. And just us, our friends, we know some, Brits live in here as well, nice people, not just all the idiots. Because there are plenty of idiots, I tell you, even here. Even in France. They're not just all in Spain, no. No, it's some crazy people who voted for it. Go figure. And it's a worry. Now, we know people who left before the end date, before the 1st of January this year, because they're just worried about the whole process of it. They just, it's like, oh my God, they're hearing all this stuff, they're reading all this stuff online, whatever, Facebook, and they're just petrified. Usually elderly people, they've been there all these years, and it's just scared them off. They just couldn't deal with it. I get that. Loads of people like that. You get to a certain time in your life, what have you, and you just don't know how to deal with this stuff. It's quite scary for them. But then you got the arseholes. And there's plenty of them. Stuff them. Sorry. Now, when we bought our camper, and this is after my father died, and he's a Brexiter. And when my father died, and we sold the house, my dad's house that is, which is ours actually, because he's just living in our house. My mum left it to us. That's a long story anyway. And anyway, we eventually sold the house, and I got a little bit of money, not a lot, and I managed to buy a camper. Yeah, a used one, an older one. I say old, it's like 2009, so it wasn't terribly old. It's so expensive, God. Well, this one was a bargain, so I bought it. Anyway, the guy we bought it off, he was very kind, and he, okay, we'll deliver it to you. So he did. I had to take him home. It's 2.5 hours away, this camper was. So I took him home. All the way back, he was going on about Brexit and how great it is. I just want to leave him on the side of the flipping road. Or strangle him, maybe. No, can't do that. That's legal. Illegal it is. Can't do that. But yeah, that was... God, I suffered. I really did suffer. And he was a dual passport holder. It was from Austria. Austria he was from. Yeah. And it was... yes, I did suffer. But I was very pleased to have the camper. And we did lots of jobs to it, and we've done needed a lot of work to it. Although I hadn't done hardly any miles. I've done 17,000 miles this thing had done. Hardly anything. And kilometres, sorry. And it was left-hand drive. Yay! My car isn't. I can't afford to change the car. I can't afford the cab, but that's left-hand drive. That's one thing. And a motorbike, that's fine. That's all-wheel drive. No, all-hand drive. Yeah. So yeah, so it's we did. So anyway, we were quite fortunate that we managed to get this camper, and we've done a bit of touring in it. This year we haven't because of COVID. Last year we didn't. We did it once out in it because of COVID, and I got to do the CT. It failed. Bucker. Only brake caliper, which is easy to do. It's not a problem. But yeah, it was just that fact that he was a dual national, Austrian British dual national. I think that's right. and it was painful. You know when you only want to bring someone around and you know full well there's just no going there. It's just impossible. They're so set in their ways and their beliefs that the European Union's evil, unelected, and all that, as we know what they are. They are elected, not evil. And you just can't turn these people. It's pointless trying. You get to the point of, well, why bother? Let them wallow in their own self-pity when they get hit and bit in the bottom by their Brexit. See, the thing is, he was okay because obviously he's from Austria. So it didn't really bother him, I suppose. He got what he wanted. Just screwed everybody else. Lovely, these people, aren't they? Absolutely lovely. Not. So yeah, it does. It is rather frustrating. That it is. So, anyway, I'm bumbling on again, or babbling on. Rumbling on. So Richard Ellis said, Richard, so many immigrants to this country that I know voted for Brexit. They fell for the new ones. They felt that the new ones were spoiling it for them. Really? You're joking, aren't you? Spoiling it for them? Were they on like these concrete junkers? What about you, Richard? Are you in Spain or something like that? Here in France, we didn't have too many here, but I've actually done videos on a few before. I've done videos before on a few Brexit people living here in France. It just kind of blew my mind, really. Kind of like, why? And the arguments were just ridiculous. It's just they made no sense. You know, I mentioned a minute ago, like, you know, it's like they're spoiling it for us. That just says it all, doesn't it? How? No, you're right, Bert. They didn't use their brain if they had one in the first place. I don't know. It's no matter how much. It's what gets me is all the things I used to talk about to people, trying to convince people that, oh, don't do it, don't vote Brexit, it's stupid, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And then you get the usual Project Fair. And pretty much everything, as you know what I'm going to say, pretty much everything we used to say is coming true. It's obvious. It's not because it's rocket science or anything like that, it's just that the stuff was just so flippin' obvious. You rock the boat. That's not a very good analogy considering what's been going on, but if you rock the boat, people fall off. Plain and simple. Brexit, my God. That's sunk. That is a Titanic, isn't it? Oh, good to hear that. GC, your daughter's in Germany, so at least she's safe. Yeah, she'll be fine there. I'll tell you what we find quite a bit, actually, when we go in the camper, travelling around France, you go to the airs. Usually, I like the little village airs, not the big ones, just the little village airs. And the air is like a parking place, so it's like a rest place. You can stay there for a night in your camper if you want. Great. Sometimes they've got facilities, sometimes they don't. But we do come across quite a few Germans and Dutch with their campers, you know, touring France. And there's some of those lovely people. Really are. You know, you sit down on your baguettes and your cheese and whatever, you know, picnic bench and just chatting. And it's lovely. It really is lovely. And sadly, you never get that with, you know, Brits. We just, it's like this closed net thing. They might come with their two campers, or their family's got a camper, and their other family, they all come together and they're met up at some air somewhere. And there they are on a little close-up. They get their little windbreaks up. They chuck them. They're not allowed to have them up on there, but they put them in anyway and get their awnings out and stuff like that. And then the little Mary comes along and says, no, not allowed that. No, get rid of that. And there they are. They're just discussing. They're just like polishing their campers and discussing how great their hose pipes are. That's what it feels like anyway. It's just awful. It's embarrassing. I find it embarrassing. But you know, I don't think they actually understand the culture of motorhoming really here on the continent, and it is a very communal kind of thing. you meet people you've never ever seen before. You never met. You would have thought to speak to these people before because you didn't the reason to. But there you are. You squeeze yourself into some little space somewhere, quite big space actually because it's a big camper, and then you start chatting to these people, and before you know it, you're having a glasses of wine or a beer or whatever, and having a baguette with a bit of cheese, or even mussels, or or oysters seem to be a thing. Shucking the oysters. You just got. The place we went to was Plaza Sargent on Ile de Ré. I don't know if anyone knows where that is. Well, no, not Ile de Ré, it's a little island. And there we are, this air, Plaza Sargent. My dog's been really distracted over. At the moment, he's on the carpet over there, rolling around like a mad thing. He's probably got an itch. But anyway, I digress. And there we are. The other guy turns up. He walks into his camper and what have you, with a bloody great sack of flipping oysters. And there he is, just sharing them out. We're all there and just shucking oysters. That's lovely. It's just it's a nice experience. The only thing I would say about that particular time when we were on Ile de Ré, I had my drone and I was using a DJI Phantom 3 professional drones, one of the stereotypical white drone. And I was flying across the beach. Didn't know you weren't supposed to fly that close to the beach anyway, but I was. No one about at all. No. I was walking back with my drone. I didn't realise it was a nudist beach. Whoops! Needless to say, it was very cold because it was out of season. And I don't think anyone had been there because obviously everything looked. I'm sure on nudist beaches, people don't go to nudist beaches because it's too embarrassing because everything shrinks. Other things they grow, but most things just shrink. Yeah. Don't do it. No. Oh, got another super chat. Oh, blimey, that's so kind. Oh, thank you. Keeps me afloat. Who is it? Oh, let's see who it is. Hey, number 3. Cheers, Prosser. Oh, good on you, mate. Hope you do. Many people are, incredibly ignorant. That's a good observation, I must say. And so easily misled. Yes, that's another very good observation. It's all deliberate. Yes, that's a very good observation. A cold, dark, creeping evil over. Yeah, it is. It is creeping over. And it's been doing it for decades. You are right there. Mushroom management. I like that. That's good. Oh, blimey. Oh, Bert hates it. Brexit is like the Titanic. The music played till the end. It's what it feels like. No matter what shit's hitting the fan, all this stuff that's going on around us, and it's blatantly obvious, it's awful for everyone to see, that Brexit is Brexit. It's terrible. It's not good, is it? No. But still, they've got to see it through to the end. The green is grasser. Green is grasser. The grass is greener on the other side. But it's not. No, it's not, sadly. I say that because I don't want people to suffer. I really don't. Oh, Peter. Oh, cheers, buddy. Oh, that's very kind of you. Where you go? Oh, come back. My brother-in-law owns a bar in Spain. He got his residency and can stay on. He says that when he retires in a few years, he will get a Spanish pension. Well, it's like me. Here in France. Now, I have to do my quarterly tax whatsits. I'm only on the auto entrepreneur at the moment. I was going over, but then we got Brexit and I didn't know what was going on, and it's pretty much crippled my business. So I stayed on the auto entrepreneur, which is a very, very basic system. But the pain about it is you have to pay tax on your turnover for that system. So it's quite difficult because it's effectively you're paying tax on your materials. You already paid tax on them already, but you got to pay it again. It's not an income, is it? It's not it's not your profit margin. Anyway, we're all under the same boat if you're on that scheme. So it's not really over here there really. You just kind of you have to work it out to suit. So anyway, I digress. What was I talking about? Oh, the pension, yeah. And because of that, I get a little thing coming through. I think it's every year now, and you get points for your pension. It tells you how many points you've earned for the amount of taxes you paid. So hopefully we can, by the time I retire here in France, I'll get enough and do they get a French a reasonable French pension? Because my UK one is pretty much stuffed. I mean, they're now talking about increasing the age to 78 or 76 or something. Crazy. People, because obviously there's COVID, people are actually living shorter lives. They die all the time, sadly. It's horrible. Oh, it is. Now, General Melchett says, it is obvious. It just takes critical thinking. It's a learned skill. It's a bit like common sense. That's kind of a learned skill. Now, common sense is a bit like a practical skill. That's the way I see it, anyway. Now, I'm a practical person because I work with my hands. I've always done practical things, you know. If I cut a bit of wood too short, it's too short. If I use my common sense, I'd have measured twice. I just made that up. I think it worked. But yeah, it's just, we just all need to really, I don't know. What is the answer? I think most people have got common sense, but I know you all have got common sense because you will be here. So, but there's the rubbish that comes out of people's mouths regarding Brexit and COVID. It makes no sense. No. And I know I bang on about Brexit all the time in my videos. I always try to bring it around to see whether or not Brexit. Well, before I write my videos, I see that is Brexit involved, other than the fact that, you know, loads of people voted and got Boris Johnson in and, you know, got his 80-seat majority and do what he's like. And that is a major, obviously, you know, pretty much he turned everything around to Brexit because of that. Because he wouldn't have got that, you know, he wouldn't have been Prime Minister if it wasn't for Brexit, would he? No. But it's so many things you look at that Brexit is a key element. Whether it be the farming, key element. You know, they say they try and turn around and say it's all to do with COVID, but COVID's just cloaking Brexit. And they go on about Labour and we haven't got enough people in the UK. We can't get away from there. Just isn't enough. We don't make them anymore, or not enough anyway. I did my bit. I got 6 kids, so I did my bit. I've got loads of grandchildren and all. But, fertility rates are pretty much dwindling. And people, you know, obviously, more and more people become more career-minded. So they're leaving until later in life. So instead of having maybe 3 children, they might have 1, maybe 2. You know, my eldest, he's got 1. He's in his 40s now, so he's not going to have another. He's always said he's not going to have another. And that's quite commonplace these days. And when you got the sperm count, wow, the sperm count is plummeting. Now there was, I've talked about this before, but there was some scientists and they did a load of long-term analysis on sperm counts over a long period of time. No, I didn't contribute. No, I don't think I did anyway. And yeah, I get these sperm counts over a long period of time, and on their trajectory, they reckon from these sperm counts, by 2044, they reckon 2045, they reckon we're pretty much going to be almost infertile. That's pretty scary stuff. Never mind global warming, we're not going to be here anyway. I'll be, what's that? What's that film? Can't remember now. It's a film. Everyone's infertile. I can't remember if it was the men infertile or the women infertile. One or the other. Anyway. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll digress. I could look on the laptop actually and to see. Oh, you got to work until you're 66 there. Old Trato. Old Trato. Trusho? Or Trutlow. I can't see from there because the letters are so small. Well, it's a lot better than here. Well, not here, but I mean in the UK. I think they I need to go up. I'm going to the top. Not right to the top, just part way up to the top. Oh, hello, Jeremy. How you doing, buddy? I've got Mickey Pearce. Okay. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well, and to everybody else that's here. Well, we're nearly there. Nearly Christmas. That's Christmas season, I suppose. Oh, sorry to hear that about your pensioner in the US. Is that screwed? Oh, blimey. That's not great. That's a good point, actually, Sean. That's a very good point indeed. Developing common sense requires exposure. Yeah, rip all your clothes off. Oh, come back. Oh, he's gone. Oh, come back. Back up I go. Back up I go. I can hear my dog breathing. That's almost the point of snoring. Well, basically what you're saying... Can't find it, though. Oh, here we go. Developing common sense requires exposure to multiple ways of approaching things. That's very true, actually. Because I suppose that's how... If I was to consider myself as having common sense... That's kind of that'd be how I'd gain my common sense. So, in multiple ways, I've had to approach a situation if there's a problem. Like, for instance, in woodworking, you always come across situations and problems, and you have to find a solution. I suppose that would develop a level of common sense. I do feel lots of people these days, though, including some of my kids, actually, to be fair, it's so easy to have everything done for you. You know. If you're wondering why I'm renovating, I don't want to put my t-shirt on. And I got this top on because it's my thermal thing for my bike. I look like maybe it's my disguise. Maybe I'm Spider-Man underneath here. Maybe not. Maybe. There's certainly spiders. There's so many cobwebs, I'll tell you. Dum 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 dum. Right. Really, Londoner? So Liz Truss is polling well with Conservative voters. Oh, crikey, this is definitely an alternative universe, isn't it? Why? The only thing is, I would say, if you look at the alternatives, possibilities, I'm sorry, but the other, some people are saying about Pretty Evil Patel. But she's Asian. I'm sorry, but I don't think the racists are going to vote for it. And then if you look at Richie Sunak, sorry. He's Asian, Indian. I just don't see people voting for him. And the racists within the Conservative Party, I don't think they're going to nominate him. Sorry, but it's just how I say it. I just think there's just too many racists. Horrible people. And when you got Alexander Boris Steffel Johnson, #1 racist, xenophobe, he's a horrible piece of work. I've got no faith in them at all. I don't know how you say that. Is it Noddy Salsi? Noddy Salsi? What's that mean? Mark my words, he says. Or she, I don't know. If there was a vote for Tory leader, Liz Truss would win the vote. And Dominic Raab would be appointed leader. Because he was deputy anyway. Oh, you're back again. Sorry, that just nipped off there for a second. All of a sudden, it said it was connecting. And now you're back. Yeah, you're probably right. Liz Truss, at the moment, she's the only one, isn't she? Yeah. Scary thought, considering what she said today regarding her approach to the Northern Ireland Protocol. Dealing with the EU. It's just total arrogance. It just makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's just, what on earth is going to happen next? It will be a long time before someone who is not a wasp becomes Prime Minister. Yeah. Jackie Rat, thanks for that, buddy. No, that's how I say it, London. I think that's how it is. London's saying that it's 100% right about the racism. Tories won't vote for anyone of colour, which is a sad fact, I think. Although those who would be likely contenders, I wouldn't want them either. Pete Patel. Oh, awful woman. Oh, nasty piece of work. Now, I don't even know. I have mentioned this before in my videos and that. I've got 3 little grandchildren, happen to be black. Afros, amazing afros. That's so cool. And absolutely lovely. Yeah, my daughter, she, her boyfriend, not married yet. I keep telling them, but they're not married yet. And luckily, he just got his visa renewed, so that's good. And he's from Nigeria. Lovely, lovely chap. Clever as hell. He really is. He's a computer programmer. Actually, in fact, he actually breaks programs. He's kind of like a friendly hacker, I suppose. He has to basically see what he develops a little bit of software to work out how to break a piece of software to see where all the flaws are in it, if that makes any sense. I don't know what you'd call that, but he's a clever devil. And he learned that when he was doing he did all his degrees here in the UK. So, and he's a son of a farmer. Nigeria. A lot going on over there at the moment, which is a bit frightening. So David Mark Wart says, the French-sounding gnome, Francois, might get through the back door. Yeah, that's what I reckon. Like in my video. Oh, that did make me tickle. I'll tell you something, it's quite difficult actually, when you record these videos. So I don't do it on this microphone here, this one here, think. No. Look at that, it's not very rude. No, I'll use a microphone that I've got in my office. And I'm recording this thing, the amount of times I have to start again, I'm just giggling to myself, I just can't help myself. It's so funny. Yeah, that's the thing about London. He's saying that it's unbelievable that Truss is seen as anything but an incompetent joke figure. Well, look at Boris Johnson. He's flipping Prime Minister, for Christ's sake. People, they didn't work out that there's a problem. He's not all the ticket. Well, he is all the ticket, actually. He's actually a very, very clever man. But for all the wrong reasons. Oh my God, is he? I didn't know that, Jeremy. So Marc Francois is also part Italian. Okay. Really? Blimey. It's like splitting the atom. So General Malchetta said, every time I hear about Liz Truss, it reminds me of the snake song from Jungle Book. Trust in me. Oh dear, yeah, very good. I do like reading your comments in my videos as well. And it's good to see these chats. Ah, okay. So if Liz Turf fails to suspend Article 16's, Tory won't love her anymore. That's a good point, actually. Oh, no, Jasper. So Jasper's saying British fish are not happy. Swimming in toilet leftovers. Yeah, I know, it's a bit like that, isn't it? But don't worry, they've got their quotas now. They've just negotiated their quotas between the EU and the UK for the North Sea and the Atlantic. I don't know how it's happening, what's going on in Norway at the moment, mind. Oh, God, yeah, you're right, Mogg. He's the child snatcher. God, there's, yeah. Are you referring to Shit Bang Bang? So the British fish are very happy, says Londoner. You can't see them smiling through the poop. The thing, no one's talking about that anymore. And it's still going on. We're polluting all our waterways. They go on about this flipping COP26, which, I'm sorry, but that was a cop out. It was just ridiculous. There's so many things that could have been done. And it was such a feeble effort. Instead, it was a big party. That's what it was. Big party. And the way to parade how many cars I got and how many aeroplanes they can fly about in. The funny thing is, I don't know if you realise this, they've got cellars in Westminster. And it's full of about £1 million worth of wine. Yeah, loads of wine. And spirits and stuff like that as well. And sometimes they sell certain wines off and what have you, and the expensive ones, and they use that money to buy more wines as well as from the exchequer. So they're sort of part funded by the sell off of wines and what have you. Anyway, they've been since Brexit, Boris Johnson has been getting them to fill the cellars up with British wine, usually a British white, but red wines are still coming from France. And the ironic thing is, when he was on the plane flying back from after the vote and what have the Brexit vote, he was celebrating Brexit with a £350 French red wine. Oh, there. No, the COP26. When he's flying back from the COP26. I'm sorry, flying back from the COP26. It was he was drinking French red wine at £350 a bottle. Yeah, he's still. It was white. I think it was a white, dry white. They drink quite a lot of, or they give it the meals, and when they're entertaining. That's £18 a bottle. But it's English. The thing is, English wines. It's quite hard to get a sweet wine out of English grapes because there's not enough sugar and because there's not enough sun, not enough daylight hours. Yeah. So the wines tend to be a bit drier. You have to add sugar, a lot of extra sugar to get the wine sweeter. Whereas French grapes tend to be a lot sweeter. Obviously, especially from the south of France. So and obviously you get to Spain, it gets sweeter still. So anyway, I digressed. That I did. Oh, I was going to give you a little tour of my studio, wasn't I? That's what I was going to do. I will do that in a minute. Just trying to get through everyone's chat. So with Boris Johnson in his... Where are we? Noddy Salsi. Is that right? With personal jets and personal ships, Boris wants to replace the royal family and appoint himself president. Then Liz Truss, Dominic Raab can take over number 10. I wonder if they change that wallpaper. Maybe. Or maybe they like a gold owl lantern too. There. Yeah, why would you buy British wine anyway? No, I used to, when I was in the UK, we used to, do our own wines or what have you. And that's fine, we just a bit of fun, what have you. I don't know whether it be elderflower or elderberry. Elderflower's really dry. God. But it's still wine. It still made you drunk. But it's... And fruit wines as well. And vegetable wines. Used to do a lot of beetroot. Turnip even. And sometimes used to do it with sugar beet. Use sugar beets for the sugars. So you basically make your wine using the sugar beet instead of adding extra sugar. So that was quite... it was experimentation. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. It's always, but sterilisation is always the thing, though. Others just go off. Yeah. And then you get cloudy wines. So look, you can't see through it. You leave them for the sediment. Yeah, you get the sediment in the bottom of your demijohns, which is like the glass containers. The glass bowls. With your little trap on the top, the airlocks. And it's... If anything gets in there, it just buggers it, turn into vinegar. Or go mouldy. It isn't great, no. Anyway, I digress. We're talking about wine, wasn't I? Just talking about wine. I'm no wine concerned, you'll probably notice that. I buy whatever's cheap. Because I can afford. Anyway, yesterday... Oh, okay, Peter. So yesterday, Biden, during a press conference about COVID, said, "I'm Irish. Liz Truss has no chance of implementing Article 16. She's probably had a call for a senator, or I won't be surprised." Is that right, Peter? You didn't just make it up, did you? So he said that in a conference. I know he said about "I'm Irish." He said that several times. But did he refer to Liz Truss, or am I misreading this? I wouldn't be surprised, though, to be fair. Oh, it's a vandal. Ah. So, he's got a cider distillery. So he brews his cider, does he? Now, in Norfolk, we used to, obviously, in Norfolk, Norfolk cider. And they used to, years ago, they used to put a rat in it. I don't know why, that's something to do with the yeast or something like that. But now then it sort of evolved to a chunk of meat. Nice, isn't it? Yeah, don't want that. I don't understand why you'd buy British wine. I don't see the benefit in that. I don't see how the grapes can be better. You're not going to get the sun. I just don't get it. I just don't understand how they can be. So while he was awake and drugs were working, Biden did say the GFA must hold. It must. Good Friday. It's imperative. It's got to hold. So important. People think that we couldn't revert back to how it was before. They're glad Cookland because it could quite easily. They've still got the big gates in Northern Ireland. You're right, an abomination it is. Living in France and drinking British wine is an abomination. Why would you? I don't get it. No, besides, I want to support our local businesses and local communities and industry here. I live here. People will benefit from what I'll tell you something that did happen the other day. My daughter, she sent over a little package from the UK to us for Christmas. And she used a lot of parcels, please, or one of them kind of online delivery firms. So she basically created this box and put some stuff inside it, and it's all homemade, so stuff like she's been making and what have you, and sent it to us. And because she didn't understand the change in the rules, I can't get on the top of my head, to do with the total before you get like taxation and what have you, the limits regarding the value, asset value, and she got basically had to pay another £11. She did online, and then it came a couple of days later, so it was okay, but it just shows Brexit for you, isn't it? Exactly what it is. And there's going to be a lot of people out there. We had a lot of problems, didn't we, at the beginning of the year, where people were ordering stuff online and it was getting caught up in customs and loads of fees, and then like 33 to 50% additional fees on top of the value of the item, and it's just crazy. When you've got obviously expensive items like bikes and stuff like that, people are buying from the EU, and then never turn up. They get held in customs. And I had to pay one guy, I remember, I did a video on this actually. He had about £600 in fees he had to pay to release his bike. He bought it abroad because it was the best price. When it came down to it, it wasn't. No, it was a lot more expensive. So yeah, it's just crazy. Brexit, the gift that keeps taking. Things are just going to get worse. There's a whole load of stuff that's happening next year, whether it be the implementation of the import duties into the UK. Customs checks, into the UK, which will obviously bring in duties and, rules of origin and all that. And then we've got July when they're talking about the phytosanitary checks in July. That's it. Obviously, they might try and postpone it yet again. But that then contradicts, that goes against the World Trade Organisation rules. So it's kind of like, they're rock and a hard place. They will have to implement them at some point. Okay, QA Library. The Telegraph. Liz Truss has gone too early in Tory leadership pitch. Says the sides, more than likely. And also, who else has done that? Did anyone see Richie Sunak's spiel that he did about the offer to the entertainment industry, hospitality industry, 1.5 billion, whatever it was? It's like a car salesman. He's really giving the spiel. big time. And that's like, God, that's painful to watch. What on earth is he doing? And it, but it's just like, he was literally like, a double glazing salesman, or, you know, would you buy a car off him? No, I wouldn't. It was painful. It really was painful. It's almost like it's just constantly trying to big himself up. And that's what it is. They're preparing themselves for a leadership challenge. They know it's going to happen at some point. Because Johnson is ready. He shot himself in the foot, in the face, and any other orifice he might have. Yeah, you're right, he did. In California. London is saying here, as soon as Blojo hit the rocks, Sunak, bolted to the USA to start selling the NHS. Well, he was talking to health industry professionals there. Hello, Johnny. So the best thing to say about this is from Johnny K. The best thing that can be said about the 2021 Brexit is that it's better than the 2022 Brexit. This isn't happening. Not everything is not just in place, but it's also got to filter through. It's a mess. And also, not even the EU. A lot of the EU industries that export to the UK, they're not ready either. It's going to be a shitstorm, it really is. Blimey. Get your popcorn. So 5 years travelling in Europe. This is from Art Trashio, or Trailio, I can't say it properly from here. In the last 5 years of travelling in Europe, I was only checked in Newcastle for my ID. Now, when I came down from Calais to the Limousin, we did several trips with the transit van and the trade on the back. And one time I didn't see one policeman, not one gendarme. Yeah, that's like 450 odd miles, about 600. It was a long way. It was a long way. It was night though. That's a good point. There is no written constitution. Maybe there should be. That's the thing, is that they're so hell bent on it. But the extremists won't. But they're not the majority. You've got a lot of people who voted for Brexit who sincerely thought that it was going to, make the country a better place. They obviously know it isn't now. And a lot of them are saying, well, what was it? The percentage, I can't remember what it was. I was like 52% the other way, wasn't it? From a poll. And now we've got Labour is gaining more and more points, one after the other. Whether they'll be the best party to take over, I don't know. But it's got to be a downside better than, Starmer's got to be a downside better than not Farage, Boris Johnson, or any of his cronies, or even Farage. Oh my God, that's not bad thinking about. I mean. And about our systems, very emotional that it is. So you'll be asked, Chatty Rat says, you'll be asked for your national ID or passport on arrival in Ireland as it's outside Schengen. That it is. And also we've got, I can't remember when it is now, it's next year anyway, the ETIAS system is going to be coming on, where the electronic will be checked and everything's going to be logged electronically. So the likelihood they won't be stamping passports, it'll just be all logged. Which is going to be harder for people to scam the system. They didn't. Yeah, no German car manufacturers crashed down Merkel's door, no. They just dealt with it, didn't they? They got on with it. That's what the Brexiteers were saying. The German car manufacturers, they want to sell us their cars. Blimey. They'll force the government, they'll force the EU, they'll force Germany, and the Germany will force the EU. I'll tell you something I do want to read is Michel Barnier's book. I bet that's interesting to read. He has some quite tough opinions of people on the Brexit side. Scrolling up, just seeing what people have said. That's a good point, actually, Richard. So that's why they're happy to prolong the pandemic. Yeah, because the pandemic is that smokescreen, isn't it? It allows them to get away with murder. Pretty much what they are. Literally. Manslaughter. Whether it be the individuals in that poor boat, or whether it be those with Boris Johnson's bodies piled high. People, why do they listen to it? Anyway, I'm going to show you my little studio and where I'm at the moment. I'm not finished by no means, and I've got more to do and more stuff I want to get on with. There's a dog in the way, mind. Just lay there. I'll show you. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that from that, and then unplug that, and then grab that, and cart it around. That's what we're going to do. Anyway. So I'll unplug this microphone. We're now going on to the phone. Onboard microphone, and I'm going to unplug the power cable, which I might I'll be right for a bit. I'll plug it back in a minute. As it is, 2 hours 16 minutes. Blimey, Mrs. will be wondering what's happened to me. He's been abducted. I'm going to plug in the other microphone now, so I hope that's okay. Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Let's see what I'm going to do. Oh, no, I ain't got the right blooming thing there. Sorry, unplug that microphone. Hope it sounds okay. It's only on the phone's onboard microphone. Right, so first of all, we need to have a look at him. Yes, Wally, you're in the way. Yeah, I am talking to you. You can say hello. No? Okay. So we've got a little paraffin heater in at the moment. We've got nothing else in there. Right, so what have we got? I'll put a hand over the blinking camera. So we've got this little area here. Ta-da! My mess. Right. So that is I've got rigged up as a little teleprompter at the moment. That's what I was using earlier when I was using this phone. And that is my little setup that my phone goes in it with its microphone. But at the moment, the microphone I've been using is the white one there. That's my laptop and my soundboard, which I was hoping to use today, but for some reason, that's because the amp has gone off. So I will be rigging this up with sound effects. So yeah, that will be rigged up. I've got more to go in there as yet. I've got more sound effects. That'll be full almost. I used to use it before if people remember. I'm only going to use it for the live stuff and maybe some of my live recorded videos. And I've got my lights. There's one light here, which I need to get a softbox for because it's a bit harsh, the light is. And over here, we have my green screen. Oh, I don't know, the camera around might be easier. There you go. That makes more sense. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's my green screen. So you've got high ceilings here. Oh my giddy aunt, it's too flipping high. But I need to build a staircase. Look at the mess. Look at that mess. Oh my god, I better sort that out. So that's where the staircase is going to go into the mezzanine. I need to finish plastering our wall. And then over here, we've got some hats. Got hats. Got to have your hats. And a soundboard on the ceiling. And that's a nightmare putting that on there. But I've got to do another one over there. We'll get to there. But it does make a difference. So these are basically the wooden frames, and behind there there's fiberglass, like rock wall insulation, and that's literally a blanket that I bought. That works really well. So what we'll do, I'll create an area over here somehow. I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. So we're going to have maybe a little seating area or something there. green screen is going to be as it is, you know, which I'll use. I've got my lights at the bottom there for the green screen. And this is my other teleprompter if I'm going to use it. I've been playing about with that. I have done a few videos with this teleprompter, and literally my DSLR goes on there. I created this extra little shroud for it because it's the one that comes with it is rubbish. And it's got this screen, and what happens is you put your tablet with reverse text on, using put a little special little bit of software, and it then reflects onto this screen here, and then the camera looks through it. It's like half mirrored. But the problem is, I've been finding that the image has to go through the editor to get the image sharp because there's a bit of a haze with it. That's probably because it's going through this glass screen thing. So I'm not quite right about that. So I haven't been using that, and this is my parallel arm that I made. So there's weight on the end there. So just load up with all the camera and stuff. This parallel arm is in balance, you see. But it's okay, but the only problem is every time you touch it, you move, you've got to realign it. Because this will then literally be over here. And you see the point now? Yeah, so that was the idea. But it doesn't work that brilliantly. At the moment, I'm probably going to use my phone because the image is actually sharper than getting at my camera because it's having to go through that screen, which is a bit of a pain. And then I have to edit it. So that's that. So this space here, as you see, obviously won't be doing much up there. Others more sound dead, soundboards. I need to put some sort of sound deadening on there, whether it be curtains, I don't know, whatever. And this area has got to be finished. And I've got my pole. This was my pole dancing pole, believe it or not. Yeah, I was professional. You know. Yeah. Boris Johnson taught me everything he did. I've got another light here, which also needs a softbox, but they're blooming expensive. As you see, the soundboard's on the ceiling, because the ceiling's quite low here, so you need something here. And I'll talk work what I'm going to be doing over there. I need a new chair. That chair isn't too bad though. It's better than the other one I had on there. At least it stays put. The other one's kind of keeps shrinking, like a shrinking violet. Now I've got an amplifier there that does the two speakers on either side, which I'm going to use when I do the soundboard, because then the sound can then go through the microphone. I was going to do it via OBS, but if I can simplify things and just let it pick that by the microphone, because that microphone is really sensitive, I'll end up doing that. And then over here is the wardrobe that I've just done. He's finishing mine. And in there we'll keep my t-shirts and stuff. My Brexit type t-shirts. Migration and stuff. And I need a new window. You won't believe the amount of windows I've built for other people. Yeah, I haven't done all our own yet. We've still got about 4 windows to make. So anyway, that's our little studio so far. I don't think I'm tripping over everything at the moment because it's a bit of a mess. And obviously, so what I'm going to have is that area there. I want to have an area over here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I might take that off and put that on the ceiling. And then put a dry wipe board, and then maybe do a dry wipe board, so I do dry wipe. Yeah, like board type videos, like blackboard type videos. It might even be a blackboard. Not a chalk blackboard, but like a pen type one. But this is the bit I've been playing with. As you can say, it sort of works, so it's getting there. And as you see, the bench that I did in the previous video. Oh, actually, this wasn't an Allshorts video, that was a Wally video. So then you got that old desk there, that was had it for years, and I just basically put all these old boards on the front of it. I made some signs and various other squit. That's me. I just like squit. God, a bit squitty, that's me. So anyway, that's my little studio anyway. I thought I'd share it with you anyway. And I'm going to call it a day in a minute. I think Wally wants to say hello, don't you, Wally? You want to say hello, Wally? Right, boy? Oh, I'm going down. Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, I don't know if I'll get back up again. Hello, fella. There's bits of plaster all over the floor, doesn't it? Wait, you. What are you doing down there? He loves heat. Absolutely love heat. Is he? Ooh. Little devil. Well, yeah. It's getting a bit podgy, though. Usually happens in the winter months. Okay. Oh, all right. It's like that, so. So, anyway, I can't get up. Oh, so that's my little studio, and hopefully I can improve on it. And obviously, I've got some plans and things I want to do. And hot dog, here he is. Wally is certainly a hot little doggy, especially at the moment. Dee. Cheers, and. Night, buddy. Night, General. All flicking through, just seeing what's going on. Good night, the vicar. No, you can't. That's a very valid point there, Duke. You can't comply your way out of tyranny. No. You can't just keep doing as they tell you. The problem is that they've almost imposed it upon you with the anti-protesting bill. Rubens paintings, please. Oh, just well, not quite sure what that means. Well, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna call it a night because it is getting very late. It's now. It's 5 to 1 in the morning. Oh dear, what am I like, eh? I'd like to thank everyone for joining me here. And I went a bit off track actually because I did have I saw that little script I was going to do, and then I sort of like digressed. And once you digress, you can't get back into the script. Maybe I just need to kind of just keep blabbing on until I finish that bit and then move on to the chat. Maybe that's what I'll do next time. But ayo. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it and that, and everyone's support and that, because it's been quite tough recently because the channel hasn't been doing very well, to be honest. It's been hit quite badly from YouTube. But I'll keep persevering and I'll keep going. I'll keep doing what I do. I hope you enjoy it. So anyway, I'm blabbing on again. Why do I do that? I always blabber on. I come to an end and then I start all over again. Blimey. I can't help it. I should take my tablets. If I had any. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. It really is appreciated. It really is. And I'm going to say good night. Good night for me, and good night from him. Ta-ta. Oh, buttons. Am I sure what to stop streaming? I suppose I better. Ta-ta.